User ID says literally in tears laughing at the point where Kevin stated he didn't want to play the Guess the Wrestler segment after calling NAILZ a pedo. The podcast truly makes a Monday. Thanks, you guys. I wish I could read all these. It's such great feedback we get. Positive. Love that somebody put over the What Worker game. Like Locomotive Lung, who says, can't wait for the next What Worker segment. You only have 10 minutes, Locomotive, for that. Best segment, Kevin. Best segment, he said. Locomotive Lung. Apologies to NAILZ, he said, but that's a solid guess based on the evidence.
It's not. The guy wasn't a pedophile. It was horrible.
No, but the wrestling part of it, he's saying that was... what was it? NAILZ's name was Kevin Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
remember when the Steiners first came up to WWF, and they were in Green Bay, and I guess they did something. They fucked NAILZ. Either he came back positive on a piss test or something, and fucking he yelled out really loud, "He tried to grab my cock." And it was just him and Vince in the room, and they came in, and he was choking Vince out.
Oh yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, and this is like the Steiners' first night. I'm talking to Robbie. I'm like, "Hey Robbie, how's your first night?" He's like, "What the fuck?" I said,
what was that? What was that? It was overpay. What was that over?
Either pay or they he was dirty, and they took him on the smoke.
Yeah, but why go after Vince for that? You fucked up. Crazy one. The real D Cobb is pointing out to me. He says, near Roswell, Sean. Do you realize that Roswell is in southern New Mexico, right? It's like a 13-hour drive from Nellis Air Force. I must have said that the Roswell incident was near the Air Force Base, Area 51, where it was housing the wreckage from that. So nearest Air Force Base, can I say that? Would that be correct? It's not like the Roswell incident sent the fucking debris to Brazil. It was a fucking state away. So it wasn't nearby.
How about that fucking thing I sent you the other day?
Oh my God. What? There was it's on Insta. I don't know where you could find it. What the thing was. It's a car passing in the opposite direction of a flatbed. And that was I guess it was a trailer, right? It was pulling. I don't know how to describe what it was. It was like a half a disc. Metal disc, massive.
Wasn't some communications?
I'm gonna say it was a weather device.
Shit.
A slow-moving, high-altitude, undetectable weather device that went down somewhere.
I saw that, and I said, "What the fuck?"
I mean, it looked legit. I mean, the guy was just on the road and just.
Then again, who knows? Maybe Universal Studios has got some new fucking UFO thing, and they're sending. That was always one of the things. I know I've said it before, but so you buy a mobile home, and you put it out on your property. You get a 40-mile-an-hour wind, and that fucking thing is destroyed. You take half that motherfucker. Put cellophane on one side of it that's open, drive it down the highway at 80 miles an hour, that motherfucker doesn't get touched. Like, what's the physics on that? It has to like get into the soil of Kentucky first before it turns into a piece of shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I don't know why I said Kentucky. My mom was born there.
Just pulled it out of the blue.
Well, it wasn't like I just remember going to my mom's to Paducah. She actually lived in Ledbetter, but Paducah was the biggest, and there was. Let's just say there wasn't really strict zoning back in the early '60s. So.